Number one. Number one. The man said hello. The man said hello to the woman, and he wanted to cancel the room reservation. The woman agreed with the man, but she said there were $50 room rate fee for cancellation make less than 48 hours. The man was surprised by that because he didn't pay for it last time. The woman explained there were a new policy, and she commented because he was a long time member on a loyalty program, so he would be refunded all amount of money, but that time he had to pay for it. Number two, the man said he wanted to reserve a business class seat from London to New York. He had to leave. He needed to leave on 10th and would be back on 30th. The woman replied, the seat on the 10th were available, but on the 30th were fully booked. The man wanted to know what about first. The woman said they had a few seats left. So he booked a first flight for him. The man was thankful to the woman, and he wanted to know if he could use the pound on the membership to pay the part of the airfare. Number three, the woman wanted to know the man if he wanted to catch the bus or the train to get to the hotel. And she said the bus fare the express bus were $20, and the train cost were $18. The man replied, other man wanted to know how they often run because he wanted to get there as soon as possible, and after traveling business many days, he was really exhausted. The man replied, the bus ran every 20 minutes, and the train had only 1 hour. The man suggested catching the bus, and he wanted to the woman buy the ticket. The woman replied, the train will be coming there in 5 minutes, so they could get there 15 minutes quick. Number four, the woman wanted to know the man if he had any baggage that he will be taking on the plane. The man replied he had only a small suitcase, so he wanted to know if he had to weigh that as well. The woman agreed with the man, and she said there were 5 kilos overweight, so there were a penalty of $50 for overweight. The man thought the weight limit were 23 kilos, so he had 3 kilos left. The woman replied there were four check bag, and the carry-on bag had to weigh under 15 kilos. The man wanted to know if the penalty for overweight to the check bag was $25. So he wanted to change the weight. Number 5, the woman wanted to know the man if he were browsing through the travel brochure, and if he were thinking of going somewhere, the man replied he had won the month before prize competition, and the grand prize were an unexpense pay vacation. The woman congratulated the man on his achievement, and she said he put in a lot of time. He put in a lot of hours the month before, so he deserved to get it. The man was thankful the woman, and he said it was worth the effort. He said the picture of Alaska looked amazing. He would be checked the day for that crew. The woman number 6. The woman offered to help the man. The man replied he was interested in booking a tour for September. He was particularly interested in the restaurant tour in Italy. The woman commented there were some of their more popular tours. They had a few different tours depending on which area he would like to visit, and they even had one that offer a good demonstration. The man replied he would better check the available package before he made a reservation. Number 7. The woman was thankful the man for staying in her hotel, and she gave him a copy of his bill. The man was thankful the woman, but he said she made a mistake because the discount didn't apply to his bill. The woman was sorry about that because the system will malfunction. Their system will malfunction the month before. The man agreed with the woman, and he wanted to know if he could catch the shuttle bus to the airport. The woman replied it was outside the main door, and the bus every lap half hour. He could catch one in about 10 minutes.